بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the story of Qaroon. Qaroon, he was from the Banu Israel. He had a lot of wealth. So much wealth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you need a whole group of people just to carry the keys to all of his treasures. Now, one day he came out in front of the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions two groups of people. Allah mentions one group of people. One group, He mentions, قَالَ الَّذِينَ يُرِيدُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. This is one group Allah mentions. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions another group. He says, قَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ. So, in Bayanul Quran, Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanwi rahmatullah alayhi, he writes something very interesting. He says, Allah mentions two groups of people. And one group is brought in muqabala in comparison to another group. So, if you were to say in our language, we would say, those people who passed the exam. What would be the opposite of this? Those people who didn't pass the exam. So the people who passed the exam, they did X, Y, Z. Those who didn't pass the exam, they did X, Y, Z. Because you're bringing a comparison of two groups. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, قَالَ الَّذِينَ يُرِيدُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. Those people who have the love of this world, who wanted the world, they said. And they said something, which is mentioned in the Quran. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in comparison to this group, He said, قَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ. Those people who have knowledge, or the people of knowledge, they said. He says, so this shows that those people who are from Utul Ilm, they do not possess the quality which is yuridun al-hayat ad-dunya. They do not possess the love of this world. Because if you have the love of this world, then you're from which group? You're not from Utul Ilm. You're from yuridun al-hayat ad-dunya. Alladhina yuridun al-hayat ad-dunya. And if you are the person of knowledge, then you're not from this first group, you're from the second group, which is قَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ. Therefore, we're all studying knowledge here. We're all seeking knowledge. So if you want to be from the people who are the people of knowledge, you want to be from the people who are utul ilm, then you need to take out the love of this world from your hearts. And what is the love of this world? There's many things which are considered to be the love of this world. There's two things that the ulama, the tullabul ilm, people of knowledge, we need to purify our hearts from. One is the love of wealth, and the other is the love of fame. I see some people, when you go and you're doing imamat, you're imam somewhere, you're teaching, some people love the limelight, they love fame. They'll do everything fi sabilillah, but they love fame. They wanted that people put titles before them, that if someone doesn't call them Hazrat, or if someone doesn't call them Sheikh, or someone doesn't say Shaykhul Hadith, they get very upset. That how dare you respect me? You need to put these titles. You need to put so many titles before my name and after my name. They love fame. They love that when they go out there, that people are praising them. Whenever it's to do with the limelight, they want to be there. They want to be in front of everyone. When it's other work, where they're going to get no fame, they don't want to do this work. So we need to purify our heart from this. And number two, some people, they have this love of wealth. All they want is wealth. That is why once Hasan al-Basri rahmatullah alayhi, he was passing by a person who was in a circus and he's doing some tricks with a rope. The Hasan al-Basri rahmatullah alayhi, he said that this person, khayrun min ashabina, he's better than our brothers. And who are our brothers? The people of knowledge. That this person who is doing these tricks and showing everyone these tricks and earning money, he's better than our ashabina, but better than our people who have knowledge. Why? He says, يَأْكُلُ الدُّنْيَا بِالدُّنْيَا, that he is acquiring the world using the world. And our people, يَأْكُلُ الدُّنْيَا بِالدِّينِ, that the people of knowledge, they are acquiring this world using knowledge, something which is so precious, something which is used for the akhirah. You are using this knowledge to acquire this dunya. So if you want the dunya, use the dunya to acquire the dunya. This knowledge should be for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why when we're here, we need to rectify our intentions. Our intention should be not that when we graduate from here and we see some sheikh and we see that a Bentley pulls up and takes this sheikh in the car, then straight away our desire is that I wish I could be like this. That when I come out of my house and there's a Bentley waiting for me, someone is going to take me in their car. When I take my coat off, then everyone's going to rush and take my coat and hang it up for me. If this is why you are acquiring this knowledge, then your intention is not correct. There's no barakah in this intention. Your intention should only be to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First and foremost, your intention should be, I am seeking this knowledge to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, I will practice upon this knowledge. I want to know what Allah is telling me, therefore I will practice upon this knowledge. And then I will try to propagate this knowledge to those people who I can, so they can also connect themselves with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then further than this, that every single second of mine will be in the isha'at and the tahaffuz of this religion. That I will try to spread this knowledge. I will try to protect the sunnah and the Quran. And every single second of mine will be, this is a noble intention. This is the intention we need to have. But never use this knowledge to acquire the dunya. Sometimes that's why sometimes when you hear the ulama speak, it breaks my heart sometimes. That all they talk about is wages. That imam should be paid £30,000, £40,000. People are not valuing imams. The imam should be paid properly. The people who are teaching hadith and Quran should be paid properly. But when the ulama get together, if this is the only discussion, that we are imams and we're not being paid £30,000, we're not being paid £40,000, we get paid very less. Did you become an imam for money? Are you teaching hadith and Quran for money? That is why if you're not being paid, then you don't come on time, you don't teach properly, because we're not paid anyway. Are you seeking this knowledge for money? If you're seeking this knowledge for money, there's no barakah in this. There's no barakah in this. Therefore, you should be paid properly. But you're not acquiring, acquiring, learning the Quran, learning the hadith, you're not doing it for money. You're doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the first thing that should come in your mind, that am I fulfilling my responsibility of being an imam properly? Is Allah pleased with me? This should be in your mind. You should be that when I'm teaching, is Allah pleased with me? Am I pleasing Allah by teaching the Quran and hadith? Or am I displeasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? This should be your discussion. This should be in your mind. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the tawfiq to rectify our intentions. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك